Hello and welcome. My name is Sunny, and today I'll be talking about Postman and what has happened to it. Postman used to be an API client where you could create test suites, you could create environments, and that allowed you to create scoped variables. The things I'm talking about are called collections and environments. But what Postman now has done is essentially the same what Microsoft has done to Windows. They require you to log in. Now, if you click on the lightweight API, this used to be something called Scratchpad. So if you go over here, this is just the history on the left-hand side, right? If I click on new, look, collections, I need to sign in. Environment, I need to sign in to unlock. Now, this wouldn't be a big issue. The question that pops up is that now you're storing environments on the server. So that means all your private confidential information is with Postman, and you don't want that. You can read this. I will link this and other forum posts in the description, so we can go through with that and see. Unaware that the migration is not simply from old Scratchpad to the new account locally, but rather from their local machine to Postman servers. You can move your Scratchpad data from the old Postman to the new API client, and there is a way to do it. See, settings, data, and select migrate option. And our recommendation is not to store any sensitive information within your collections. Sadly, people do, because collections are akin to test suite, and you can store, let's say, login credentials or tokens that every single request may require, and then use that directly in the request instead of manually inputting it into the request. And so we can no longer do that. Another is this one. See, all settings, environments, and collections are gone. After the updates were done, after being forced to update, everything of hers is gone, and they tell her that you can migrate the data. But after the forced migration, all current variable values were lost. So you still are going through a lot of issues. And this seems to be a ginormous problem for people. They don't want to spend 2 or 3 hours just trying to get a workaround that will work for them. The other is a GitHub issue that has been mentioned, collections only available for sign-up users. And he even mentions a roundabout way that what he tried was deleting the config folder in the hopes of getting Postman's collection to work. That did not work. And people are resorting to using the older versions, but the problem with that one is that the update is auto update. So even if you get the older versions, see, but that will not help, because the auto update will bring your Postman to the latest version. Now the problem here is, see, have two basic important requirements, have a collection, and they don't store internal company information on the cloud. So people have been resorting to now using something else. Here's an option, hopscotch. And again, see, people are furious that in order to use curl, CURL, they shouldn't need an account. Their earlier data model was great for Postman, and that was essentially you could get all of these features. But if you want to, let's say, use a storage space just for your company, you can pay Postman for that, and that's it. You didn't need to sign up for even basic stuff. But now it's completely gone. See, this is an unacceptable compromise because, as stated in Postman's documentation, this does not offer compatibility for collections or variables. See, I have never denied that Postman takes data security very seriously. Now, since people are moving away from Postman, here are a few options such as HURL. I did check it out. It looks amazing. Then there is Bruno, and even the UI looks familiar because lightweight and portable, very familiar UI for ex-Postman users. So there are a lot of alternatives to Postman. Some are free, some are open source. I will post a link to this and you can select which one you want and for which operating system, see? And what features would you like to have? So that's it. I think people would be moving away from Postman. What are your thoughts on that? Please post in the comment and let's have a proper civil discussion. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.